All right, now numbers 9 and 10 here. Again, we're solving by any method possible, so it doesn't make a difference at this point. You could solve by factoring if you can. You can solve by taking quadratic formula, or you can solve by completing the square. Personally, I'm going to see if it's completing the square first, because that is the most efficient method that I have. In order to determine if I can do by completing the square, A should be 1, B should be even. In this case, this is true. So because I'm going to complete the square, I'm going to first subtract the 30 over. So x squared minus 14x plus, I'm going to leave this blank, is equal to negative 10 minus 30 is negative 40 plus that blank. Now, I'm giving myself the blank spot available because I have to do half of my b value, okay, negative 14 divided by 2, which is negative 7. I'm going to square that number. And when I square that number, I get 49. That's the number I'm going to plug into here and add to both sides. We all do this because we want to simplify this down to parentheses, so it's just going to go x minus that 7 squared equals negative 40 plus 49 is 9. From this part here, we're going to then take the square root of both sides. Okay, square root and squared cancel. X minus 7 equals, well, what happens here is we still have the plus or minus, but square root of 9 works out nicely. It just works out to be 3. So that literally means here when I'm going to add the 7 over, okay, it basically means I have x is equal to 7 plus or minus 3. Well, we don't leave that like that because there's no more radical. We're just going to literally say, what is 7 plus 3? Well, that means it's 10. Or, what is 7 minus 3? That means it's 4. So that means the answer could have been 10 or 4. Now, in number 10 here, we can't do the same method we talked about because A is 1, yes, but B is not an even number. So what I want to try here then is I'm going to see, hey, is this factorable? So I'm going to try figuring out what numbers multiply to 42 or add up to negative 13. Okay? So you want to just kind of give yourself a second and say, hey, what numbers can multiply to 42 but add up to negative 13? And as you're working through some, you might find out that it's going to be negative 7 and, sorry, next there. Oop, try this again. Okay, negative 7 and 6 are going to work out. So negative 7 times negative 6, negative 42, negative 7 plus negative 13 is also, negative 7 plus negative 6 is going to be negative 13. Now, A is 1. So when A is 1, I can go right to my two parentheses and just say x plus or minus whatever those numbers are. So in this case, it's minus 7 minus 6 equals 0. Now, once I have the two parentheses, this we're using our 0 property. We're breaking these up. We're saying x minus 7 is equal to 0. X minus 6 is equal to 0. So I can add the 7. X equal to 7. Add the 6. X is equal to 6.